Right, so we now move on to chapter 59, Al-Hashr. And it starts with the Sabbaha. Sabbaha lillahi ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard wa huwa al-azizul hakim. It's exact same start as Al-Hadid. This time it doesn't talk much more about Allah. It goes on to talk about the people who have rejected from the Ahl al-Kitab. The Kitab here, as we know, is the Allah wa Rasul structure in which this entire scenario is taking place. And it says, هو الذي أخرج الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب من ديارهم. So it is He who got out those who have rejected from those people who are the citizens of this kitab, from their territories. Now why? Because these people, they have rejected the system which brings justice. They prefer to be oppressive to the masses. You know, as we have seen in chapter 57 verse 25, it talks about iqam an-nas liyaquma an-nas, establishing humankind with justice. So here these people, they have rejected this completely. Then it moves on. It says again, it talks about resistance to Allah wa Rasulahu, Allah and His Messenger. It says in verse 4, ذَلِكَ بِأَنَّهُمْ شَقُّوا اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ وَمَنْ يُشَقِّ اللَّهَ فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ شَدِيدُ الْعِقَابِ. They have rejected or resisted or split from Allah and His Messenger. Now here again, I'm sorry, I need to emphasize this a lot, because lots of people will think that this is a religious movement. It is not. It is a social movement based on the universal principles of the Quran. Anyone can be beneficiary of this movement unless you are oppressing people. So if you are out to establish humankind, to give them what they are due, then you'll be fine, basically. So this is now the proof of this is coming. This is in verses 6 till 8. Which talks about the gains made by the system. It says, وَمَا أَفَى اللَّهُ عَلَى رَسُولِهِ. So Allah is showing His agency in the world, His Rasul. What Allah has bestowed on His messenger, which you have made, which you have gained, right? And it talks about the qadr, which is gained. So in other words, what Allah bestows upon you helps the capacity of your potential. And verse 7 says, what Allah bestows on His messenger belongs to Allah, His messenger, the kindred, the orphans, the needy, the wayfarer, so that it does not make a circuit between the wealthy among you. This is it. This is the proof. Allah and His Rasul, His governance system is for the distribution of wealth. لِيَقُومَ النَّاسِ بِالْقِسْطِ. Verse 8 continues and talks about that as well. So that's why it says, whatever the apostle gives you, take it, and whatever he withholds from you, abstain from it. It's talking about the gains made in this system. Right, now we come to verse 18, which is the first call here. It says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu attaqullah. Again, fear Allah, and let every soul look for what it has sent for the next day. So here it now takes you back to the soul, and it says, وَلَا تَكُونُوا, and do not be like كَأَلَّذِينَ النَّاسِ people, كَأَلَّذِينَ نَاسُوا, do not be like the people who forget Allah. كَأَنَسُ اللَّهِ فَأَنْسَهُمْ أَنفُسَهُمْ. So He made them forget their own souls. So when you forget Allah, He will make you forget your own souls, your own well-being. And these are the people who are the liberty takers. Right, so we come now to the closing of chapter 59, Al-Hashr, and it says, from verses 22 to the end, it says, وَاللَّهُ الَّذِي لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا هُوَ. He is Allah, the one who is unique. There is no God but He. عَالِمُ الْغَيْبِ وَالشَّهَادَةِ. He knows what is hidden and what is manifest. Huwa ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim is mentioned here. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim is a rarely found combination of God's name. If we can see that the Basmala, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, starts with this. So we need to understand why ar-Rahman ar-Rahim is here. I believe that it shows some special significance, as per 2730, which says that the kitab is Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So we need to bear that in mind. It then continues, Huwallahu alladhi la ilaha illa huwa, again a repeat. This time it expounds on various names of Allah: Al-Malik, Al-Quddus, Al-Salam, Al-Mu'min, Al-Muhaymin, Al-Aziz, Al-Jabbar, Mutakabbiru, Subhanallahu amma yushrikun. So various names are given of Allah, and it says, high is He, glory is He above all that they associate with Him. And then it, again, Huwallah again comes in verse 24, the closing. Huwallahu khaliqul bari'ul musawwirul, and lahu al-asma'ul husna. To Him belongs the most beautiful names. So again, we need to see why is this mentioned here. I believe that this helps us to see a particular subgrouping within the entire Tasbih block, which starts with chapter 57 Al-Hadid, 58 Mujadilah, 59 Al-Hashr. So this is almost like a subsystem within the system of the Tasbih block, and we will see an addition to the Tasbih block in the next chapter, inshallah, chapter 60. Let's move on.